It's been 1 month, 3 days, and 6 hours since I last got my gladiator on and battled in the arena. Not that I'm obsessing or anything. Sure, I can sneak in and watch someone else fight, but that's a snore. I roll over on my dingy bed, scooch under the drab covers, and watch the gray drizzle outside my window. Mondays are the pits. Mom's voice echoes into my bedroom. "Time to get up! You don't want to be late for school, do you, honey?" I roll my eyes. Of course I want to be late for school. Raising my head, I open my mouth to say just that, and then decide against it. Instead, I bite my lower lip, yank the pillow over my head, and groan loudly. "Don't make noises at me, young lady." Mom rustles papers in the kitchen. "I've a letter right here. You're on something called the official watch list for unreasonable tardiness." Her footsteps echo down the hall and pause outside my room. "You'll be suspended from high school at this rate. What do you think about that?" I peep out from under my pillow. Mom looms in my doorway, her fist set on her hip. She's a quasi-demon like me, so she resembles a lovely human with a curvy figure, amber skin, chocolate brown eyes, and chestnut hair that falls in waves over her shoulders. All quasis have a tail. Mom and I both sport the long and pointed variety. The big differences between us are laugh lines, some gray hair, and our opinion of what's dangerous for 18-year-olds. I fluff the pillow and slide it under my noggin. Being suspended means no school, maybe even catching a few arena matches on the sly. I wag my eyebrows. And suspension would be bad because I'd make it that way. Ugh, she would too. Off go my covers. This is me getting up. Good. Mom stomps away. I shower, pull on some sweats, and sleepwalk into the kitchen, seeing the familiar lime green appliances, mismatched furniture, and peeling linoleum tile. Everything looks peaceful, quiet, and empty. Another typical Monday morning before another average day at school. Boring. I'll have to charm Walker into taking me to the arena later. Until I'm called to fight again, it's better than nothing. A thick white envelope sits at the center of the kitchen table. I scoop it up and read, "To the quasi-demon, Miss Mila Lewis, 666 Dante Row, Purgatory." I lick my thumb and run it over the loopy calligraphy. Real ink. My long black tail flicks in a nervous rhythm. Frowning, I tap the unopened letter against my palm. No one sends me fancy stuff like this. In a blur of motion, my tail darts across my torso, grips the envelope with its arrowhead-shaped end, and tries pulling it from my fingers. Hey now! My tail's always had a mind of its own. For some reason, it's decided this letter is dangerous. I jerk the envelope out of reach, but not before one corner gets totally shredded. Now, look what you did! My tail slinks behind me to curl guiltily about my ankle. I reread the outside of the letter. Nothing here to worry about. I am a quasi-demon, mostly human with a little demon DNA. I've spent all 18 years of my life in purgatory, where human souls get judged for heaven or hell, aka the most boring place in the history of ever. This letter is like dozens of others that hit our doorstep each week. Why is my tail on a mission to trash this thing? I stare at the words again, feeling like they should read, "Open this to turn your life upside down and your heart into mush." Clearly, I'm having an off morning. I slip the envelope/time bomb into my mangy backpack. I'll read it later at school. Mom steps into the kitchen. "How's my sweet baby Mylala?" Yes, I'm 18 years old and Mom still uses pet names from when I was 3. "I'm good." I open a cabinet and pull down a box of Frankenberry cereal. Mom eyes my every movement, her forehead creasing with worry. "Did you sleep well last night, Mila?" Oh no, here it comes. I square my shoulders and mentally prepare my "I'm so very, very calm" voice. "Absolutely." Nailed it. "Any bad dreams?" "Nope." The calm voice isn't working so well this time. She taps her cheek. "Met anyone lately? Made any new friends?" I grit my teeth. All my mornings start off with maternal interrogations like this one. I find it's best to give soothing, one-word answers. Negative. "No friends at all?" "Only the same one since first grade." I raise my spoon for emphasis. "Sissy!" "That's good." She offers me a shaky grin. "You're safe." I shoot her a hearty thumbs up. Today's cross-examination ended relatively quickly.